Kairi, and I come from Estonia. But I am not going to tell a story in Estonian language, so I'm going to tell in English. So now it's your choice, whether it will be a nice story, or a funny story, or a sad story, or a love story. What kind of a story would you like?
Sad.
You want a sad story? That's a,
Funny story.
but sad stories can sometimes also be funny. I will start with the funny part and then go to the sad part and go to the funny part again. In the middle it's a little bit sad.
Yes.
Okay. So there was a man, and he was the owner of the manor, the muisa. He actually owned 3 manors, 3 muisa. Yeah. This muisa was his, and he had 3 houses like this. 3 houses like this, and he also had a house in the city. In the middle of the city, a big house. But he was quite old already. And once he had a servant girl who made food, but he was so greedy, he thought, no, I will not spend money on this girl. I will cook myself, I will wash my clothes myself, I will do everything myself. And he lived, and he lived. He lived 2 months without servant girl, 3 months, and then he started thinking, oh, maybe still somebody would cook for me. Maybe I'll find somebody who will cook for me. And he went to the market. And in the market, he found a peasant girl who was just standing there, waiting for somebody to offer the job. And the man looked at her and asked, would you want to work with me? And the peasant girl said, yes, of course I want to work for you. But what do you take for your salary? And the girl answered, I take no salary. I need no salary. No money for me. And then the guy asked, but how much do you eat? The girl said, I don't eat at all. Every day I go to the window, breathe some fresh air, and that is enough for me. I don't eat. Liar. And the greedy man was so happy finally to find someone who doesn't take salary and doesn't want to eat. And the girl said, yes, and you must not pay me anything because I will pay in master's house. I will live in master's house, and I own you. And so the deal was done. The girl went to the manor and started working there. And of course, the manor owner was watching him like, does she eat or does she do something? But every day she saw just the girl going to the kitchen window, open the window, going, oh, so full. So full. Yeah. And this man was watching this girl so closely that one day he thought, what if this nice little girl would be my wife? And he asked the girl to marry him. Marry, ring, yes? Yeah. But there has to be a wedding when you marry somebody.
Yes.
No, but this man was so greedy, he didn't invite anybody. Luckily, they got 1 horse and they went to the church and straight back, no eating, no party, nothing. They just got married. And the peasant girl was a manor owner's wife and became somehow very important. 3 days she could last this show with breathing fresh air. 3 days. But on the 4th day, she went to the market and bought 3 hens. 3 hen, like chicken. She bought 3 hen and killed them all and cooked them. Okay. And she went to the living room's table, sat there alone and ate 3 chicken. And of course, man came in, he saw his wife never eats anything to eat the free chicken. And he got a stroke. And he fell down. And he became very ill. And the only thing that he could say was, all free, all free. And he kept on saying this, all free, and pointing to his wife all days. And on the third day, the woman understood the man will not last long. And she asked the notarius to come to the house to fix about the heritage. Yes. And the notarius came, and the priest also came. And the notarius asked the man, yeah, and you have these free muisas, yes? Whom will you leave to these free muisas? But that man was sick in the bed and just pointed his wife and saying, all free, all free. And the peasant, the previous peasant, the manor owner's wife, was very happy to explain. Yes, my husband means all these free muisas that we have also in the countryside. And it was written down very nicely that free muisas will be left for the girl. And now the sad part, the man died. Yeah, the man died, and the manor, the wife of the manor house owner became a manor owner, and she had a house in the city and 3 manors in the countryside. But she was clever enough not to marry again, because she thought maybe there will be somebody smarter than me. And then, but she was also very kind. She sold all those free muisas and gave money to the poor people, as was always remembered as a good person. And this is the